Sawadee ka, and welcome to Thailand News Update. In today's news, updates on the Phuket taxi ripoff case, inmates escaping from Thai correctional facilities, and Pattaya to be promoted as a hub for Islamic tourism. All that and more coming up. Around 2,500 travelers flew into Suvarnabhumi Airport yesterday, the first day of the rebooted Test and Go program. The passengers arrived on 46 different flights. So doing some quick math suggests that around 54 people per flight. Most of the arrivals came from Malaysia and Singapore, and a few from European destinations as well. To be clear, none of yesterday's arrivals were under the new Test and Go program, which only opened for registration yesterday morning at 9 a.m. Travelers are now required to take 2 PCR tests, one on the first day of arrival and another on the 5th. They also have to stay in a SHA Plus hotel for those 2 days. All of that prepaid with the receipts uploaded when you apply for your Test and Go Thailand pass. Whilst many of the arrivals at the moment are Thais, business people and expats, the country's tourism sector is wary about the more complicated Test and Go reboot is going to bring the flood of tourists the TAT and Tourism Ministry believe. We'll keep you updated on the process of the relaunch Test and Go here at the Thaiger. The Thai-Saudi love is still in full swing. PM Prayut Chan-o-cha has instructed tourism businesses in Pattaya to prepare a travel roadshow for upcoming ministerial visits to Saudi Arabia in order to promote tourism and develop relationships between the two nations. Following the directive, the TAT governor met with the Pattaya entrepreneurs group, One Voice, to reveal the PM's trip to Saudi Arabia, along with cabinet members and TAT officials, of course, although the date has not been set for the traveling expo at this stage. According to the governor, the main goal is to attract Saudi tourists to visit Thailand and promote the country's tourism industry, which he said will have a significant impact on the Thai economy. Early plans are reportedly in the works to promote Pattaya as a hub for tourism from Saudi Arabia, particularly Islamic tourism, with plenty of halal foods, local mosques, a growing Muslim community, hotels with Muslim-friendly prayer rooms, and family-friendly tourist attractions that are acceptable to Islamic visitors. And as we all ponder on that last paragraph, we'll quickly move on to the next story. Authorities have slapped the Phuket taxi driver who is accused of overcharging a Thai passenger after an argument over the fee went viral with a 2,000 baht fine and have ordered him to go through etiquette training. The driver charged a Thai traveler 600 baht for a roughly 15-minute drive from the Kamala Beach area to a hotel near Patong Beach. The traveler had tried to book a ride through the application's Grab and Bolt, but drivers on both platforms refused, apparently due to fears from what they described as a taxi mafia. The traveler says the fare was listed as 168 baht on his Bolt app. He and his girlfriend decided to hail a taxi, but when the driver told them the ride was 600 baht, they got into a debate and then the police became involved. The traveler filmed the altercation, where the driver can be seen yelling that the fare is 600 baht, and the videos were widely shared on social media. The driver swore at the passengers and told them to call the police, adding that officers won't do anything because they're his friends. According to Phuket Police Commander, the driver is now under investigation for causing fear by threatening and intimidating. The police say they are gathering more evidence from CCTV footage and asking more witnesses about the situation before pressing additional charges.
Tim here from the Thaiger again, and we're talking about five-star marine. Why you've got 11 or 12 of these boats?
Yes.
Why that particular size of boat? How does it work for you?
So in Phuket, a lot of the time when we're going on tour, we're going out into the open sea. And in the open sea, a lot of things can change and can happen throughout the day. And the size of the boat makes it more stable, more comfortable, and a better ride for you. So those of you who have felt that maybe they've got seasick before, a lot of that comes down to that the boat's probably too small for the destination that you're going to go to. So all of our boats are 39.9 feet long, all with 2 engines, all quite stable. and built specifically for Phuket waters. So when people ask me, do you have a smaller boat? My answer is always not one that we would recommend that you take out on tour.
So that's a really important thing. The other thing to say, as far as waves and sea conditions are at the moment, it's not a thing you need to worry about this time of the year. Perfectly blue skies, flat waters. It's a great time to visit Phuket. The sandbox is open.
Sandbox is open and you can go on tour while in the sandbox.
Okay, so they're the things you need to know. And of course, you can contact the website and Sean for any further information.
2 Chinese men have been arrested for allegedly defrauding more than 1,000 people for more than 2 billion baht by luring them into making high investments on an online shopping application. Police in both Bangkok and Chiang Mai received complaints from those who had lost money in the alleged scam. According to the chief of the 191 Patrol and Special Operation Division, Police Major General Somboon Tien Khao, the 2 suspects have been found at their condominium in Ram Intra district after following complaints. 4 computers, 10 cell phones, and 57 passbooks with ATM and mobile phone SIM cards were seized by police, who also discovered a total of 2 billion baht being transacted, with 1.4 billion baht being transferred to other bank accounts, and the rest being laundered through cryptocurrencies. During questioning, the 2 suspects told police that they came to Thailand to work in the financial services for a monthly pay of 30,000 baht each, and reportedly denied that they had misled others. Now, they are being charged with exploiting electronic money and operating without work permits in the kingdom, and have been transferred to Koh Kram Police along with all of the things confiscated, as the investigation has now been expanded to find their collaborators. In the past several months, 76 inmates have escaped from Thai correctional facilities, a significant increase when compared to the previous year. The Thai Justice Minister says most of the prisoners escaped during their 14-day quarantine at a temporary prison or hospital, which remains a requirement before being housed in the general prison population. For a long-term approach to managing the situation, the minister says the Department of Corrections will organize a prison system to offer a specific area for the new inmates to quarantine, as the COVID-19 situation is ongoing with no clear end in sight. And as Myanmar marks its first anniversary after the 2021 military coup, streets in some of the country's main cities were nearly deserted. Opponents of military rule held silent vigils to mark the coup d'etat that sparked deadly chaos and destroyed the country's tentative steps towards democracy, with Aung San Suu Kyi at the helm. The U.S., Britain, and Canada imposed new sanctions on the Burmese military and joined other countries in calling for a global halt in arms sales to Myanmar. Since its bloody suppression of protests in the months following the coup, the military has faced armed resistance on multiple fronts in outlying areas from groups allied with the ousted government. Yesterday, an explosion took place during a procession of military supporters in Tachilek, right on the border with Thailand's Chiang Rai province. The blast killed 2 people, according to witnesses, and wounded more than 30 others. And now for a quick update on the COVID-19 situation here in Thailand. The CCSA has reported 8,587 new cases of COVID-19 with 22 new deaths. According to the latest report, there are currently 83,094 in care and 8,485 released from care within the past 24 hours. And that wraps up the morning news for today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up with all the latest news around Thailand and the region. Also, check the boxes here to watch Good Morning Thailand with Tim and Jay at the hotel, and also Thailand News Today this evening with Jet Gunther. I'm Natty from the Thaiger. Sawadee ka.